Chef Dominique of Casey Healthy Cooking is a hardworking man in our community, but it is not easy. Once a standing room only for great vegetarian meals and tasty treats, it is now empty with just the kitchen open and half the staff. He had to make hard decisions.
Premier deux semaines, l'état difficile pour nous adapter. Il prend petit temps pour nous get into it. L'autre part que nous fait tout, nous obligés de faire staff là because cuisine petit, vraiment cuisine petit. So, tout quartier mon ça travailler. Deuxièmement, business that descend par at least par 60 à 75%. C'est parce que c'est delivery avec pick-up même plein nous fait seulement. Et puis nous essayons nous delivery free manger by moun qui pas ka venir ou bien qui pas ka afford.
Definitely supporting the local businesses is something that's important because this is tough times for the food industry and beverage industry. So definitely supporting in any way is probably the best thing to do. Delivery services is always good. So.
While no business will be spared the economic sledgehammer that has fallen in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, Haitian American businesses will have a much harder time finding alternative ways to stay afloat.
Bon, nos conditions pour nous couper staff là based on the business model that we have because we used to open over at 6 heures du matin. Bon, sometimes on là 3h30, 4h du matin et puis nous fermons à 9h. Bon, pratiquement nous travaillons cuisine ça 24 sur 24. Bon, il y a moins demande par un monde qui vient dans lunchtime encore vient dîner là genre nous utiliser comme pas comme dépôt mais nous move tout plate tout assiette que de qu'on servir parce que avant nous pas qu'on servir mon assiette carton mais l'assiette plastique c'est la China avec plate nous c'est so nous obligé stocker ça enlever so nous mettre dehors comme nous pas un place pour storage so nous utiliser dining room for storage so pratiquement shift nous couper shift là half time so there's sometimes two to three of us here.
The very nature of Casey's business depends on the large gatherings and the person-to-person contact that are now forbidden in attempt to slow the spread of the coronavirus. The challenges are enormous. Let's welcome Casey to the BLShow, taping live right now at BL Workspace. Hi, Casey. How are you?
Hi, Naomi.
How are you doing today?
So far, so good. Doing great. Thanks to the Lord, we won't complain.
Absolutely. It is just really an honor and a privilege to have you on our first show just to discuss COVID-19 and its effects on your business. The first question we have for you today is that we know that these are trying times. And, you know, through the video, you spoke so well about what you're experiencing right now. But what would you say is the most difficult time for you right now?
I think it's the family business model. Mm-hmm. How to change the way you're doing business. How not to be able to talk to the customer, close the dining, and seeing that your business model need to keep up with all the changes that's going on. Every day there's new things they discover about that virus that make you say, okay, so tomorrow we need to change this. For example, most people, they know that we are inside the building, the 11900 building on Biscayne Boulevard. So 40%, at least 40% of our business come from the building, and the other 60%
from outside.
From outside. So now the building is almost empty. So that 40% is
Gone.
It's gone. It's no longer affordable. The other percentage that as a dining, now you cannot have people inside, so you only left with less than 25% of your business.
Wow.
So it's kind of like you have to change the model, and then like somebody came in last time and said, "Okay, why do you have all those plates inside the dining?" I look at her. I said, "Oh, she's new." because we can no longer, we don't serve anybody in glass container, in china plate, in silverware. We use plastic, all disposable item.
For pick up and go.
For
basically.
pick up and go. So it's a brand new world, my dear, up there.
Absolutely. One of the things that I would like to ask you about is the safety measures that you're taking with your family. It's one thing to still be out there and serving the community, but then you have to know that when you go home, that there's a responsibility there as well. So what are some of the safety precautions you're taking at home?
With family, with home, because your home is my home. Just like I tell everybody coming to KC, that's your kitchen. I'm your personal chef. That's your home away from home. So definitely at KC we just one family. The one that's work with us at the KC and the one at home. For example, talking about Marsha, I don't go shopping now.
Okay.
Only one person, the son, do
all the shopping.
All the shopping. Most likely, that's my son,
Okay.
Carl, and so that means when I'm driving from the restaurant to home.
You don't stop anywhere else.
I don't stop anywhere. And the same thing's going on from the chef. What most people don't. Well, I can say not most people don't understand, but some people, where, for example, way before, since 5 years ago, we had usually put a sanitizer bottle
yes.
in our son. So we had two, one on both doors entrance. So that part we used to it.
So the minute the person walks in, they sanitize their hand before they come and pick up their food.
That's correct. And then to funny story, somebody came in three or 4 weeks ago and said, "Oh, chef, you still have those bottles? Do you know how much they cost?" They are on eBay for $300. I said, "You should keep it inside." I said, "It wasn't for me, it was for you." So we still have.
You still have them.
We still have them, but the challenge now is how to protect ourselves at the restaurant, protect the people that's working.
Absolutely.
Inside, and then go home
and protect your family.
And protect your family, because home there's only two people that's going out, me and my son. My wife, she's home. She's working from home. She's taking class online. My two nieces and nephews, they taking class, so they don't
leave the house.
They don't leave the house.
So the ones that do leave the house has to take additional precaution, because now you can go home and people who have never left the house.
That's correct. And then for example, one of our cook, Chef Yolette would go pick her up every morning at home. She's not allowed to take the bus. Okay. She's not allowed to go to the supermarket.
Oh, wow.
We do the shopping for her.
For her?
Yeah, and then go. And then two others. There's one since 3 or 4 weeks ago. Her husband has some health problems. A respiratory problem. So she's been home for the past 4 weeks. She's still in our payroll.
Wow.
There's another a young lady also with the same situation. So
So financially,
been able to
it's
manage.
obviously a strain, but you're making the sacrifice for your people.
Yes, they've been with us we've been business for more than 7 years. And then most of the time, I always tell people it's a blessing to be able to have a restaurant nowadays, be able to live and go home and not to worry about what's going on. Knowing your customer will receive the same service, the same food every single day, that you there or not.
Not there. And I can attest to that. I mean, it's in my backyard. I frequent your restaurant a lot, and no matter if you're there or not, or if you're not there, the service is always the same. The food is always as delicious.
Thank you.
Of course, I love coming there and seeing you there. You're just such a delight, right? As a business owner, that restaurant is home for many people. Even as a small business owner, sometimes I don't want to meet in the office, and I just say, hey, listen, meet me at Chef Dominique on Biscayne Boulevard. And it's just a really great place to not just eat and have lunch, but to have meetings. So we just really celebrate you and your consistency in the community. And even during this difficult time, you could have said, you know what, I'm going to shut down, and that's it, and come back in the next 30 days, as the governor has put a stay at home, which he should have. So we're not saying no to that, but all we're saying is that you could have said, you know what, I'm going to shut down. And you are there doing the work. So we really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And that leads to the other question that we have for you. During this time, a lot of people are giving back. They're finding different ways to give back, even while they're home on their couch. They're finding something that they can do to make the situation better for somebody else. What are some of the opportunities that you found, or some of the ways that you have given back through the restaurants?